Alright guys, we're back. This time we're doing some Mac and Jack's City Swim Dry Hop Lager. This is what we got right here. So this is a lager. They said they did it kind of like in a traditional style with the Hallertau hops, which is pretty standard for lagers, is just kind of have those European hops that are a little bit more floral and less citrusy. But then they dry hopped it with some American hops, the Amarillo, and that brings in a little bit of that citrus and pine. So we'll see what we get out of this. That is actually fucking phenomenal. Wow. Wow. That is extremely easy drinking. Now I'm kind of a 5% on the dot. Little bitch beer here. No, I'm just fucking with you guys. So yeah. Clean, crisp, light lager with hints of melon and tropical fruits. Traditional Hallertau hops were used for bittering and dry hopped with Amarillo hops. I'd say that's a fucking winner. No doubt. Alright. So today, new member again. But look at this, look at this paper. This is some nice, fancy looking paper. I have already unwrapped it. I just did a shitty job of rewrapping it. I assure you, it was wrapped better than this. But I took one of my buddy's recommendations, fellow YouTuber. You know, when you kind of respect someone's opinion, you're kind of more willing to take flyers on things. And I went with Moon Soaps, and this scent is the Amaretto scent, Amaretto Special, and it's actually a shaving cream. And they made the distinction. And I really like their kind of logo here where it says from the butcher to the barber, 6 ounces. It's got the ingredients around the outside. I'm sure you guys saw that. Got some good stuff, but I think their kind of calling card is the in-house rendered tallow. So I believe the only other one that does that is Highland Springs is the only other one that I know of. I think they render their own tallow as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. But, yeah, so this one here, it definitely had a nice long sit in the sun, because when I first got it, you could almost see, like, the fragrance oils sitting on top of the soap. I think they've kind of receded back inside now. But this one is a very nice kind of, like, sophisticated almond scent. And it's fucking phenomenal, guys. This one has about a 7-cent strength off the tub. We'll put that to the side. We also got a little sample of Union right there. Nothing fancy about the sample, but it doesn't need to be. I assume this is probably a 1/4 ounce sample, like a 1 use, maybe 2 if you're frugal. And this smells like a traditional barbershop to me, through and through. But it smells nice. So that's good. Save that for future use. They also cut me off a nice little sliver of their Winchester. And I believe this is like hand or body soap. I'm going to try it in the shower, see how it works. And if it ain't worth the shit, I'll just use it as hand soap. But you can tell it's kind of nice. Even their tape is pretty nice. They got it in kind of like this wax paper sleeve or parchment paper sleeve. Very nice packaging. And then the star of the show. Take it out of its paper here. Set that to the side. Take another drink. There you go. Havana. Again. 6 ounces. And this one doesn't make the distinction. Well, I guess it does. Premium tallow soap, not cream. So, I guess it does make the distinction. And I didn't really take the time to look, but they have it here, ingredients. in-house rendered tallow once again. And I kind of wonder if they're different. The soap, as far as looks go, definitely look different. This one definitely looks like a soap. It's firm, but you can definitely push in on it. No doubt about that. So, now this one doesn't smell as strong. I would say this one's probably like a 4. But it smells great. So this one kind of has a tobacco scent. Got some lather, or put in the Lancaster bowl there. Gonna be using the Theta Silvertip and some distilled water. And we'll just wring that out and get to lathering. I, of course, am gonna be camping tomorrow morning. Tried to load up tonight, that way I could just hop in the truck and go tomorrow morning. So, that's good. I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, this scent here, it's starting to pop off a little bit more now that I got some water going into it, some kind of lukewarm water. That's all I ever use. I just turn the tap on, both handles, just let it go till the sink fills up, and I just got that kind of room temperature distilled water sitting off to the side. The stuff is looking pretty dang good. That's kind of like with our just the water that was retained in the brush, and it looks like it's already starting to foam up into a lather here. Get a nice water addition. I guess you can't see it because it slides, but pretty good water addition, trust me. And so yeah, it's a tobacco scent, obviously, with the name like Havana. But it's real nice. It definitely has some vanilla in there as well. It smells familiar, but I wouldn't say it's exact to anything that I've already came across. I think what sets it apart from other tobacco scents is it actually has it's like tobacco, vanilla, there's some spiciness in it, and then there's teakwood. And I really like teakwood. I'm familiar with teakwood, so I can pull the teakwood out. I don't think the teakwood's particularly strong in here, but it's there. And I'm familiar with teakwood because I really like it. Me and my wife normally have some sort of teakwood candle either on or in the reserves. So I'm familiar with teakwood. I really like teakwood. So that was kind of like another driving factor for me getting this scent other than just the tobacco. And I will say, I know I added a lot of water, but I don't think this thing is too thirsty. It was a pretty healthy water addition, but it was the one and only water addition. And it looks like I may have overhydrated it. Not by a lot. Not by a lot. It doesn't look washed out. But it looks like maybe a step further, just a notch further than I would have normally hydrated it. It seems just a little bit drippy. Not that. It's not that it's actually drippy, but it seems very hydrated. Which, I don't think it's going to be an issue getting a good shave out of it. But, it's just kind of a step further than I think I would have wanted to take it. But we'll see if we can work it up a little bit. Of course, the Theta feels fantastic on the face. I've always liked this Theta brush. This was another recommendation from David Gonzalez, the SoSharpDavid, which is I don't think I said who recommended Moon soaps, but it was David. David said he was very impressed by this artisan that he was pretty much unaware of, and said he was very impressed by it. So, you know, he gave them big praise and a shout out and told people that, you know, they shouldn't sleep on this stuff. And since I kind of respect David's opinion, I jumped right in and said, you know what, when I pull together some money, I'm going to give Moon Soaps a shot. Of course, I made an order, and then about 2 days later, they do a sale. Fuck my life, right? As soon as I make my order, they do a Father's Day sale. It's alright, it's all good though. So we're going to be using the Gillette Slim Adjustable, done up with a custom Cubano paint job by Delta Echo Razor Works, no longer with us. And we have a RiteAid Daylogic blade inside, which, you know, I bought at my local RiteAid, and I assume is made by Persona. It doesn't say anywhere on the packaging, but the blades themselves remind me of Persona blades. And so I'm just assuming it's Persona. The markings on the blade, or I should say lack thereof, remind me of Persona. And the shave is just, it's kind of like that perfect medium on these blades. I find them to be more comfortable than sharp, and I'm perfectly okay with that. At this point in my shaving journey, I have a pretty good handle on my beard map, the direction of the hairs, and I could get a pretty damn close shave with almost any blade and almost any razor if I do my with the grain and against the grain pass. So these RiteAid blades, it's nice to know that I could just walk, you know, just drive down the street and get some double-edged blades right at the store. Now, most shops around here, the box stores, do not have DE blades, but just so happens the RiteAid does. And then we kind of have like a local grocer as well, and they had some blades that looked very similar to these blades, but they had a different name on them. Everything else looked the same. Blades, the blade holder looked really, really similar to these Daylogic blades, but they were called something else. Something generic. I assume they're the same thing, just different company, different name. Or different vendor, different name. I assume they're still made by Persona. So, that first pass, I pretty much flew through it. It went very well. I'm just trying to get some more lather off the walls, since last time I didn't do so well in that regard. And that's always a bummer for me because it's like I said yesterday, it's like I'm leaving some soap on the battlefield here, you know? I don't like doing that. I like utilizing everything I set out for that shave. If there's residual, it's not a huge deal to me. It looks like I did get myself, or maybe, I don't think I got myself so much as I think I ran over something. But, no big deal. But the soap, performance of the soap. I do think I overhydrated it, which means I don't think it's super thirsty. I did add a healthy portion of water with that first addition, but like I said, that's only one addition. I guess it could have counted for 2 additions, maybe. Which is fine. It's really not a huge deal to me whether it's thirsty or not thirsty. I do think there is, just through testing multiple products, I do think there is somewhat of a correlation between how thirsty a soap is and kind of its performance grade. But I don't bother with that too much. If it's not thirsty, it's not that big a deal to me. What really matters in the end is, am I getting a good shave out of this product? Would I buy it again? Would I recommend it to my viewers? I mean, let's see if it'll get that. That's some good stuff, man. That's some really, it's dense. I can feel the weight on my face, and I really, really like that. It just feels high quality. I think now, the more that I'm kind of working it, it's kind of getting back to that peak where I wanted it to be originally. The first pass, I think I kind of underdid it. The second pass definitely looks much more rich. So I think picking up some extra off of that, the sides of my bowl, I think definitely helped it out. Super rich. Super rich. I do think this stuff is good stuff. I mean, like I said, I trust David's opinion, and I think he wouldn't lead us astray. This is definitely good stuff. I think once lathered, this is one of those soaps that actually goes up a notch in scent strength. I think now it's at a nice medium, nice 5 out of 10. I do think the scent is very nice. I would wear this year-round, any occasion. I'd wear it casually to the grocery store. I'd wear it on date night. I'd wear it to the office, to my job. I'd wear it in any season. I think it's a very nice scent. It's a slightly warm, not very warm, but slightly warm tobacco scent. It's a little bit sweet, it's a little bit spicy, it's a little bit woody. There's just nothing to bitch about it to me. I think it's very nice. I think it leans masculine. Not much to complain about when it comes to that scent. Very nice looking leather. Yeah, this is fantastic. I can't wait to dig into that shaving cream and see if it performs similar. And more so, I need to take the time to see if that's actually the same ingredients, the same base, or if it's actually different. Because you guys saw on the labels, one said soap and one said cream. So I would assume they're different, but I don't think that necessarily means they need different ingredients. I think the sole difference between a soap and a cream is the saponification process. Somebody hop in here and tell me that I'm wrong. Because I'm sure I am, but to my knowledge, I think the only difference between a soap and a cream is the saponification process. That's what makes a cream a soap, is the saponification process. I don't know. I could be wrong. And I would like to be educated on it. And that's one nice smooth shave. I still got plenty of lather all over the place. This is one of those soaps that's probably going to be in my beard for 6 months, like David says. From SoSharpDavid, if you're unfamiliar. Definitely go check out David's channel, SoSharpDavid, if you haven't already. But great recommendation. The Thader was, I guess it wasn't so much a recommendation, rather than David just gave it praise. And when I was young and impressionable in the wet shaving game, I just kind of was like, if one of my favorite YouTubers says that's one of his favorite brushes, then it's gotta be good. You know what I mean? What the hell do I have to lose? I was a viewer a long time before I made content, so I know how viewers feel when they feel like they're not getting a genuine review. And I would say David's going to give it to you straight. He's going to give it to you straight. He's got connections in the industry. Buddies, I should say. And I would say that's kind of what we all strive. You know, we want to be buddy-buddy with these artisans that we love so much. You can't really be hypocritical and say you wouldn't want to meet and befriend the guy that makes your favorite soap. So don't be a fucking hypocrite. There's nothing wrong with YouTubers being buddy-buddy with vendors and artisans. What's wrong, the only thing that can be criticized and be chastised is if the YouTuber no longer keeps it real. If the YouTuber begins to lose that trust and integrity, then, and only then, can you start griping about their relationship with the vendor or an artisan. But I think David has proven himself to be very stand-up, and, you know, he doesn't shy away from criticism, giving it or taking it. And I can fucking attest to that. So, I definitely take his word very seriously. And I took a flyer on that Thader brush. I fucking love that brush. I think it's a basic bitch handle. Very utilitarian. It's there to be held, not to behold. Well, that was pretty good, actually. That one just rolled off the tongue. Trademark, don't use my shit. Yeah, it's there to be held, not to behold. It's a basic bitch handle, but the knot is the moneymaker. I think it's a great knot. Thader Silvertip. Very nice. Alright, and then the other recommendation that I jumped out the window was Moon Soaps. And this one was Havana. I don't think he got this one. I think he had Union and Old School, which, I gotta be honest, it was hard not picking those two. But I wanted to, you know, put more scents of this company on YouTube. So when somebody sees this and wants to look at Moon soaps, they can see David's 2, and then they'll be able to see my 2. And there we go. Moon soaps has 4 times the exposure. Never had a single interaction with Moon soaps. I don't know the owners. We've never talked. But that's, I just want the artisans to do well. All right. What's so fucking wrong about that? So Havana, great. I think I overhydrated it, but I dialed it in on that second pass, and it really turned out to be a fantastic product. My skin feels pretty great right now. This is immediate, so who knows, and I will be using a post-shave product, which I should probably get to. This is going on quite long now. Cold River Soap Works. You don't see them very often anymore. It's a goddamn shame. But this one's the Bergamot and Bay. This is one of their more popular scents, I believe. Comes in a little spray nozzle here. I'm just gonna get a little film on my hand. This is different. Obviously, there's no tobacco. But I would say, yet again, that it's complimentary. So, not the same, but complimentary. That was a damn fine shave. I ran over a bump or something right here. It's not bleeding anymore. I think it was just a blemish. Then, of course, we use the Gillette Slim Adjustable, done up by Delta Echo Razor Works in this nice Cubano colorway with the rose gold and charcoal. Very nice looking brush. So that was that. I think we're gonna finish where we started with Mac and Jack's City Swim Dry Hop Lager. Cheers. I'll catch you guys on Monday.